Hey everyone, this is Gyro Shed once again. I know, I do remember my name really. And I wanted to take a look today at the Razorleaf. This is a ship that came obviously from the Mantis ship. And I try to keep the coloring as much as possible, although it just does not look the same no matter what I do. So it's kind of got a brownish tint to it. But I'm going to tear this apart and we're going to look at it layer by layer as is my usual want. And I guess I need to be at a shipyard. We'll go down here. I'm trying to capture the ships that I built before I go through NG+, so today is me getting up on a few that one of my characters is getting ready to go through. The Unity has for, oh, be quiet. So, as you can see, I've been through the Unity 3 times. This is my third Guardian, so I'm on NG plus 3. And I have a few ships. Night Warp is one of my newer ones. It was an attempt at a cruiser that was primarily Nova Galactic, but it just really is not hooking my dookie, so I'm going to have to monkey around with it a little more before I do anything with that. And then I got, of course, just regular ships that were not anything spectacular, except for the Chimera, which I did a video on just a few minutes ago, just in order to capture it. I don't know if I'll share that one either. But this one is one I may or may not share. It is an original ship build, and I did do this for the first time very shortly after the game released. Within the first month, I got to the point where I was doing this. This is one of my older characters. I believe my second oldest, or maybe my third oldest character. It's right. My first character bugged out, and so I had this. This one was the third character I made. So it's the highest level. I'm at level 89. So anyway, let's get right on with tearing stuff apart. Top layers first. We're just gonna grab and go. See anything else I need to? I don't want that. I want this. All right. And that's the top layer, and on that layer really is not much. There's this Deimos companionway, a couple of these Nova radiators, a porthole that goes to the aft. I've got two of the Deimos spine assemblies, a B and a C with launchers on them. I have two of them, and these others are in case I need additional mounts. I have a SG-3000 shield generator, which is 1190 plus my shield bonus, whatever they happen to be. And then I have the Deimos cowling, another of the spine Cs, and then a with a missile. I'm sorry, these are not launchers. These are the MEV 250 MEV auto alpha beams, the obliterators. And then I have so three of them, one on each side, and then one on this equipment plate, because they are, as you can see, 4 points apiece, so you can only put 3 on a ship. And then I have one missile launcher that is just there for some of that long-range support fighting. And that's the top layer. Now let's go to the next layer, and I am going to take the engines this time because they encompass this layer. So as you can see, I've got some of the wings, and I do have equipment plates on here in case I needed them, and I think there was a build in which I was using them, but I changed the weapons around again, and so I didn't need them, but I left them on there. This is going to be the bulk of the ship right here, as you can tell. And on this section I have, on the port side wing, I have a captain's quarters and an all-in-one. I also have wing assembly, which is one of the radiators, the C, one of the wing Bs, and they're flanked by, of course, two of the wing As. On the center piece, I put the radiator again toward the middle of the arrangement, and then I have a B in the back connecting back to the main section of the ship, and then an A there. And then I mimicked it on the other side, and I have the PBO 175 Hellion beams, 4 of them situated across that array. Here I have a J51 gamma grav drive and an SF40 sheared flow. I don't need to connect anything to the back of that, so that one's okay. I have 2 of the M30 Ulysses HE3 tanks, one on each side, and then these cowlings from Nova that kind of complement those. And I have the CP220 Viking cockpit. I don't have any weapons underneath, as you can see. In the back, I have I also have 4 of these equipment plates, and in the back I have an array of companionways that run. There's 5 of them that run across the back of the ship. Forward to the center, I have the Deimos control station behind the cockpit. On the right side, the starboard side of the ship, I have a Deimos workshop and a science lab. And then across the back, I've got 6 of the SAL 6330 engines. Really, I should trade those out for the 6830s, 6810s. Let's look. They are SAL. Hopefully I got them. Oh, I can't get them here. No, can't get them here. I'm not at my... I am in my thing. Oh, it doesn't matter. I guess that mod isn't working. But I got 6 of those cells. 6330s there. Now the bottom section is the last section. And here we've got Accu landers. I've got 3 of the port side, 1 regular next to them, and 2 of the Galleon S201s. I also have 2 shielded cargo holds, 10 ST haulers for $320 each, for 640 shielded cargo. I've got a landing bay, the 120 LD landing bay, and then 2 more of the Accu lander gears, another array of landing gears on this side, and the Deimos belly on forward of each section with the S201s on the side. And then I have 2 of the 500T HE3 tanks, giving me a grand total of, what would that be, 600 fuel, which is more than enough. But I figure this is, this is the the Mantis ship. So the Mantis ship really should have a good amount of fuel because probably runs on patrol for quite some time hunting down spacers. So unlike my other ships, I stick with 400 or less. This one I think requires a little more, but that's just me. And that's what I have there. It's not a hugely complex ship, and everything is pretty much on one level except the hatch. So I have the slimline docker there on top of that companionway, and that's the only reason it's up there. So let's put it back together. And there it is. So it's pretty good. I originally didn't have anything on the inside here, and I didn't like it. It seemed too, I don't know, jarring, I guess is the word. But this seemed like it wasn't too much trying to put together, so. So I stuck with it. Anyway, that's it. This is the Razorleaf. Let's go inside. I have to make it my home ship.
Anything I can help you with? Okay, no problem.
And this is a C. It's my C version of the Razorleaf. So it's kind of fun from that perspective as well. So we start off with a control station. And to the aft we have a companionway. Of course it's all companionways in the aft. Until you get over to the side, and then we have a couple of 2x1s. That's all in one, and then a captain's quarters. And if I go the other way, that's my way up and out for the launch. And when I have to go into a space station or ship that I have boarded, we got a science hub and then a workshop. Run back here, go to the center, which is where the ladder is. Go up there just so you see it. That's just a room with a view. Then we go forward to the spacious, I love this bridge, it's a nice spacious bridge. And there you have it. That is the ship in its entirety. It's pretty straightforward. Got 100 mobility. It's got 130 speed because it's a C and I'm running C engines.
What can I do for you? Sure, how about it?
And you see the stats here. 41 reactor, that's because I have Vasco on board instead of 40. I have a 1660 shield. Got 5,000 cargo and 1,500 hull. So it really is a potent little ship. 2 sets of particle beams, 83 and 95. So the PBO 175s do slightly more damage in toto than the obliterators. So if you look at it, 6 times 20, 89. So 6 times 20 is 120 per. There are 4 of them. So that means we're going to go about 480. I think it tops like 482 or 483, something like that. You can do the math if you're really that interested. Here we've got the obliterators, which do 31 damage, which is a whopping amount of damage, but there's only 3 of them. So fire rate of 4 times 3 is 120. Again, times 3 is 360 instead of 480. So the individual shots do around the same amount of damage, but you can only have 3 of them. So you do less damage over the course of 10 seconds, which is what your fire rate represents. I fire 4 times in 10 seconds. That's how that all looks. So that's what we have, and that's going to be all for this one. So be excellent to one another, and peace out.